Hello, everybody, and welcome to our first video series of Strength Chats with students. Today, we will just be going through one of our students' top strengths and how she feels that works for her. So first, some introductions. My name is Tyron Bowen. I am the Leadership Development Graduate Assistant for the Office of Student Involvement. I'm also a graduate student studying educational psychology with a specialization in higher education. With me today, I have Maggi Hole. She is also a graduate student studying educational psychology with a specialization in higher education and student affairs, as well as a graduate assistant in the Office of Student Involvement, working with student organizations. Thank you for being here today, Maggi.
Of course, happy to be here.
Awesome. So today we're going to be talking about one of your strengths, which is achiever. And really, I just wanted to start off and ask, how's your view on achiever? What does that look like when you say, yes, I'm an achiever?
I think for me, a lot of people, when they hear the word achiever, when it's in one of your top strengths, is that you're a hard worker, you're a workaholic, you have plans in your life and like things that you want to achieve, whether that's in your personal life goal or in your work goal. So I think it's very flexible per person because it is the number one strength with Clifton Strengths. So I think it is flexible to whoever it applies to.
Yeah, most people who take the strengths finder have achiever. That is the most top strength in the country with people who have achiever. So it's very common among the people who do end up taking the strengths finder. So how do you feel like achiever plays out in your life?
I think for me, when it comes to achiever, is I'm a person who always likes to have a plan. I know what I'm doing tomorrow, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, into the future. And for me, I always am asking to do more. So my boss probably gets annoyed with me every 5 minutes about asking, like, what else can I do? Like, how can I help? Like, what is the kind of next thing that is going to help me kind of get my goals in life and be prepared for my future in higher education? And I'm very committed to what I do every day. So I love working with students. I love being around students. So being committed to making sure that I'm doing the best that I can for them as well. And then I'm also very hard on myself if I don't make those goals whenever it comes to my day-to-day or whether that's my future goals as well.
Definitely. I could definitely see that coming from someone with such high achiever and their strengths. So what are some barrier labels that you might have that come with that? Some negative connotations when you do tell people that, yeah, I'm an achiever. What do you think some of those negative thoughts that people may have that come to light?
Yeah, so I know one of them is that I'll stop at nothing to achieve my goals, or maybe that I'm willing to step on other people to achieve my goals, but also at the end of the day, I am just as worthy as the people around me as achieving my goals. So making sure you're putting that hand down in order to bring somebody up with you when you're achieving those goals, that I'm hard on myself, which I talked about earlier, that I'm always a go, go, go person. So always like next thing, but I do enjoy taking breaks and relaxing because it's not always just about achieving those goals. It's about enjoying the time while you're achieving those goals.
Definitely. Awesome. And lastly, what I got for you, Maggi, is I'm just going to read off a list of what Gallup says typically people who have high achiever describe themselves as. I just want to see if this is something that matches up with you as well. So I'm a hard worker. I need freedom to work at my own pace. I love completing tasks. I hate a lack of diligence. And I bring the intensity and stamina of effort. So do you feel like those really match up with the way that you view achiever?
Yes, of course. I'm a person who has her checklist right here ready to go. So being able to have that available to me and being able to work at that own pace because I might be able to get it done sooner or maybe even later. But discussing that flexibility with my boss is super important. And even in my everyday life of giving grace for people to get their work done, stuff like that. So for sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here today, Maggi. Tune in next week where we'll have another student who's going to be speaking on their strengths to learn more about Clifton. So thank you for tuning in and have a great weekend.
Thank you.